Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Isaac Umbras, and today we are back in Enthusia Professional Racing, where we get to drive the Alfa Romeo SZ Monstro. This specialty Alfa Romeo was built off of the Alfa Romeo 75 chassis, and was an attempt to get their sporty image back after being bought by Fiat. Welcome for Choba GT up your will. This little V6 powered beast, very lightweight, quite quick, quite agile, if somewhat criticized for being a little bit too squirrely, especially off throttle. You watching your man? Oh, we got an extra viewer then, the kitty viewer. Oh, you can hear that aggressive V6 as well. This car, even today, was polarizing in its styling, with some people loving the quirky, bold styling and other people criticizing it for looking kind of ugly with the really short rear overhang. Personally, I quite like it. I think it looks really, really cool. A very small number of these were made, even fewer that were convertible. Like he just wants the fan. The kitty is toasty. That mighty gone. As soon as you start to get comfortable with them, they're like, okay, now we're going elsewhere. Oh, okay, big slide. But that's alright. I can take the slide. Oh, that sound as well. That sounds so good. Alright, down to the gears again. Get it under control. Gotta remember this thing does have a lot of off-throttle oversteer. A very, very fairly short wheelbase, very short rear overhang. Does make it a little bit spicy on the corners. This is built in the early 90s, and there was even a one make race series that featured the Alfa Romeo SZ, which is pretty cool. Oh, that counted as a wall tap. That's disappointing. Thought we were gonna have a cleaner race than that. Oh, okay. A little bit slidey. Doing some Tokyo drifting on the cobblestone sections. Gotta remember that area has considerably less surface traction than most of the areas on the Microstrata course. There is a lot of surface change here that does affect how the vehicles handle. From the fairly grippy concrete to the less grippy boardwalk section to the very slippery cobblestone sections. It does change a little bit. Especially in the transitions where you do have your suspension gets compressed. That does result in a little bit spicy handling. Especially if your vehicle is set up fairly stiffly or you're already kind of in a twitchy car. Like this one. There we go. But this thing, it does have the speed, it does have the pace. This was Alfa Romeo's last front-engine rear-wheel drive car for a very long time, up until the 8C in the late 2000s, I believe. So for almost 2 decades, a decade and a half basically, Alfa Romeo did not have a rear-wheel drive car. All of their vehicles were either front-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. So this was kind of the last little hurrah for the rear-wheel drive Alfa Romeos for a little bit of a time. And honestly, it's a pretty good hurrah, you know. A very exclusive, limited sports car. Less than 10,000 made. Like, I think it was less than 10,000 made. Like a very small production number produced. And even today, they do hold their value pretty strongly. Although maintaining them is very tricky, as there isn't as much parts available for them, especially for things like the lightweight body panels that were made of the specialty materials. Those are much harder to get made. Though a lot of the engine and transmission stuff was taken directly from the Alfa Romeo 75 and either upgraded and stayed the same. Well, they have a JLU city building that's a ripoff of Puzzles and Survivor. To be fair, now there's nothing new under the sun. Everything is at least partially derived off of, you know, something else, or at least, you know, takes inspiration from something else. But it was a complete ripoff. That's unfortunate. Yeah, at least they should try to make like some sort of creative spin on you know, games and all that stuff. You know, take a little bit of a risk and everything. Oh, it literally just has a DC skin. Okay, never mind then. That is a big ripoff. I think I saw a mobile ad for that once, where like Superman gets hurt, or like either Superman or Batman gets hurt, and the other one has to like fight off the villains, while the other one like enters recovery or something. Puzzles ripoff for Rise of the Game. Jeez, everyone's ripping everyone else off. Yeah, that, okay. So yeah, I do vaguely remember seeing ads for that. I think the ads are kind of mocked online as well. It was like shitty mobile game ads subreddit. Mafia Kingdom level 99, babe. That's how Mafia works, babe. Just ignore all the microtransactions and all the other silly stuff. Alright, we lap 2. Let's see if we can lap more. Let's lap it up. Lap it up. Lap it up. Alright, we got the Pantera ahead. Older 70s Italian sports car versus the 90s. Somewhat more modern, a little less displacement, and definitely a little bit less power. This thing still has some get up and go though. Nope, a little bit of a bonk. Let's try to avoid the tippy taps there. Let's try to keep it clean. They should have gone out of a way there. Blue flags, blue flags. Here we go. Thread the needle. Oh boy. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. We're gonna be a little bit slow this lap because we got slowed down by the Pantera, but we still got pretty good race there. Good stuff. I will happily take that. There we go. And a level up as well. Boom shakalaka. Whoa, power. Now, so that was a stock engine. The aggressive sounding stock engine. I want to see what it sounds like now that we have some upgrades on it. Because this thing is a beautiful high revving V6. And it sounds good for a V6. Like it sounds very, very nice. So I wanna really see what we can do. Ultimate match. What are we up against? The Opel and Vita. Nah, I want a little bit of a challenge. I want some opponents that'll really push us to the limit. The Pacific Challenge with a lot of Japanese cars and everything. That'll work. Raining bad. Yeah, it rained pretty hard earlier today. But it was nice and sunny when I went home from work. Which was very, very nice. I didn't get to see a rainbow today. Out over the bay as I was heading back home. So that was pretty cool. Dang, the Forester! A Forester's got some pace there. Though it struggles a little bit in the turns. And doesn't leave racing room. There we go, up to 4th. Up in the first place as well. Break just before the Bosch gantry. Nice and smooth through the chicane. Watch out for wheel spin. Oh, this sounds so good. This is gonna be a fun car to drive. It is lightweight, agile. It has the perfect amount of turn-in, but it's not like super twitchy. It's just twitchy enough to keep you on your toes and make you make a lively racing experience. Yes. Alright, keep it under control. Keep it under control. Oh, okay, that's not under control there, Isaac. That's bad, Isaac. Come on, we wanna drive this thing without touching walls. There we go. The speed, the sound. This is great. All right, we wanna brake just before the crest here. A little bit of maintenance throttle to keep the rear from stepping out too much. All right, not bad, not bad. We could try to do that again without going off track there. I think that'll help. There we go. All right, get ready for the uphill. Acceleration and power is king here. I didn't see what was second place. We'll see in the next sector. Okay, it's a GD Impreza. I think I was getting low on. I'm not getting low on her. I said howdy to everyone. I brushed my horse. Like we're good. We're good. We don't need. We're fine. Look, we didn't even kill anyone when we robbed that train. There we go. JB, welcome. I am burning alive. That has been unfortunate. Try not burning. Try to avoid any self-immolation. Or any other immolation. Don't do it. Oh, when I'm saying bad Isaac, yeah. Lenny! Almonds. Almonds. That's better, that's better. Right up to the curbing. That'll do it. Good lap. That Subaru Impreza though, the GD Impreza, it is keeping pace with us. We gotta be a little bit careful there because they will... Oh, they will make it tricky. Alright, not the best exit there, that's gonna slow us down. That Impreza does have more power than us. Despite having a lower displacement, that turbocharger really doing a lot of work. Melanin efficient at direct sun on me. Ah. Yeah, probably best then to, you know, get some shade, something cool to drink. Make sure you're hydrated. Maybe a cold compress, run a compress under some water or something like that. Like a towel, and use that to help kind of manage thermal heat. As water can take away heat better than air can. You know, all of that stuff. Okay, the Impreza is catching us quite rapidly. We gotta be careful. This is the final lap. This is gonna be for first or second. And we're gonna be going for first. Just like John Clellan. And that's why I have fangs and screaming in my basement. Oh, you're like the... Oh, what was his name in Curse of Strahd? Doru, right? Doru, yeah, the vampire the priest was keeping under the church. Oh, yeah, spoilers. There we go. Okay. How dare you spoil something I'll never see? True. Good question. Sorry. I apologize. It is just in my nature. Although to be fair, if you haven't played Curse of Strahd, do recommend finding a game group that runs it because it is great. Another question, what blood type am I? Which one's the universal donor? That's what, O negative, I think? Something like that. Yeah, I'm O negative. It was it. Welcome, Nanya. Right now, we're vibing in the Alfa Romeo SZ. My type is red. What blood type are you? Red. Blood type is B. Ah. B for blood. But yeah, I am a universal donor. Which is why I believe it's a year after treatment you can start donating blood again. So this summer I'll probably try to donate blood. As much as I hate needles, it's ever since I found out I am O negative, I want to donate some blood because that'll help out a lot. That'll help out a lot of people. People, you know, you need that. I'm thirsty. Oh, rip. Yeah, I know that feeling. You know, you get you know, you're like, I want to do it, but there's so many things. There's so many things that kind of prevent you from doing it. Like for me, I have to wait like a full year after the cancer treatment in order for me to, you know, actually be able to donate. So that is a bit unfortunate, but that's coming up this summer, so I'll try to do it then. Probably August. Schedule some time to do it then. A dime swing, JB. JB, you gotta be careful. You might face a different kind of vampires. Lawyers. Be positive. Okay, nice. So you can donate to be positive, and you can take B positive and B negative, I believe. I'm anemic and it was definitely rip. Gotta eat those red meats. Gotta get that spinach in you to help with the iron supplements. Get that lamb, the lentils, the beef. Lawyer blood tastes the same as demon blood. That kind of makes me wonder, like, if a vampire bit like a succubi or incubi or any other type of, like, you know, infernal creature, I wonder how that would go. Because at least according to D&D, vampires are undead. And all the rest are like either fiends or like devils, other things, depending on what they classify. They like it. Oh gosh. Tap. Come on, let's get up there with the Mustang. Come on, we can catch him with 2 less cylinders. It's the power of lightweight agility. Although they do pull ahead on the straight, that V8 power there. They do have an extra like 70 horsepower on us. Plus whatever mods they've done to their vehicle. So it's gonna be a close battle. We gotta really make sure we absolutely get right up there with the Mustang. Oh, that's gonna run us wide. That's gonna hurt us a little bit. We're gonna drop back a little bit from the Mustang. How many cars? Because I'm gonna conquer the sun. I'm not recognizing that reference, so I do apologize there. Come on. Get the cut back. Oh, that ain't working. We're releasing the suck, though. We're in there, suck. They're giving us a good suck. Come on. Ah, Jojo. Mojo. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Got it. Oh no, the kitties. The kitty beans fighting. At least they better, I don't know, fighting or a different kind of F wording. Both sound very similar. Yeah, that's a tippy tap. We're ever closer each time. We gotta get there. Come on. It's a super vampire found with a mask with a cool rock. Ah, okay. So he became immune to the sun. Got it. Back to the left. Come on. Bro, you trying to run me out wide? You don't care. Beep boop AI decides to beep boop AI. Oh, we were right up on you though. This is a launch in this space. Okay. Makes about as much sense as anything else in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, a little bit of a twitch there. That hurt us. Alright, we gotta get by. Diving to the inside. If he's gonna squeeze us out, we will squeeze him out as well. There we go. It was a ba. But it was super gay. Oh, that was bad. That was so bad. Ah. Alright, we gotta adjust our driving there. Not hit the wall. I was like it was a virus route. I don't know, I always kind of like the dark powers route for vampires. Power at a cost. Like, yeah, you wanted immortality, you wanted, you know, the magical powers and everything. You wanted the increased strength. Too bad, buddy. You're now a vampire. You got your wish, but not the way you wanted it. Yeah, like cursed or like a deal with the devil type of thing. vampire rights. Whoa, big slide. By vampires with some werewolves. I think zombies are worse than vampires. Although I do like the revenant zombie trope, where it's like the zombie where it's like it retains the memories, and like it's bound to earth by like vengeance and all that stuff. That part I actually think is really, really cool. Like I like that interpretation of zombie, where it's basically man or woman too angry to die. Which is why I absolutely love running Revenants in my D&D campaign. They make great NPCs, because they could be allies, they could be enemies, and they could be recurring as well. I mean, werewolves, you just need silver. Which is a lot, you know, also fairly easy to come by. Oh, come on! Oh, fuck. I'll take third though. That was close. GG Mustang driver. GG Mustang driver. Yeah, we still got the level up. I'll take that. True, but for some of that, like you can literally create powderized silver. For like those ones. So either way, both have the biggest thing with them is the secrecy and the ability to look human, so that you're not always prepared for them, you know. It's the garlic. The garlic one is kind of silly. Yeah, garlic bread would be like lactose intolerant, like. You see a vampire just munching on garlic bread like, look, I know it's bad for me, but like, it tastes so good. They're like, alright, garlic bread, Benadryl, garlic bread, Benadryl. I know that's not how it works, but I have heard stories of people going to the ER because they try to do that, but with peanut butter instead. Yeah, it all depends on the lore. The lore. The lore. The lore? The lore. Big slide. Big slide on the kitty ear. Gotta scritch your kitty ears. The kitty ears deserve lots of scritchies. I don't know, hell doesn't seem like a very fun place to live. At least with werewolves and vampires. Like, you get to live on, like, regular Earth. As opposed to, you know, the infernal burning or freezing pits of hell. Like, I doubt how it was, like, a Vivzy Pop, you know, cartoon where it's like, well, we're just, everyone's just kind of quirky and stuff. Like, I imagine it's quite a painful and miserable experience. And I was thinking how to suck. True. True. Yeah, I guess it's a combination of being fairly dark combined with like the UV exposure Maybe? I don't know. Well, I mean, it's just, ooh, Evil Demon plays. True. Yeah, different pop culture has different interpretations of hell as well. No, reading the Inferno by Dante, it is an interesting, creative look at, you know, the older potential Christian perspective of what hell could be structured like. It's an interesting book. I do like reading it. Just because it's an interesting piece. It is basically Christian fan fiction, which is kind of funny. But it's like fairly well written for its age. It's like with elves, halflings, yeah. True. True. Yeah, werewolf will probably be better than a vampire, probably. Though I'd imagine. I'd imagine if your significant other was a furry, that may make things a bit awkward. Like, who wouldn't want to be the mutual and have a harem of hot chicks than Tybin, who can't even control his wolf? Oof, rip Tybin. I do like watching a Japanese action reboot known as Devil May Cry. No, gosh, no. Like, the games are cool, but oh my gosh, I watched a little bit of the TV show and it was... I personally didn't quite like it. I'm afraid I was going to win. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. First the IAT field, now the VTubing sphere. The furries have taken over. Question, what's the favorite type of planet in the solar system? Earth. Because that's where we can actually live. Mars is a close second because it'd be cool to see it actually, like, colonized. It'd be cool to see, like, Mars or moon colonies within my lifetime. The new one. The new one by, Shankar, I think was the guy's name that made it. Okay. You know, I was thinking like the new. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one is kinda bad. What's up from Japanese paintings to the Chinese stuff? The Fisherman's Wife. Yep. Yeah. I'm aware. I'm aware of some of the older things that people have created. I am aware that people be creating some interesting things. Fair, yeah, I guess it officially became a thing, a subculture in the 70s. It more so it got its name in the 70s anyway. It probably had earlier stuff. Still. Oh boy. Anyway, Alfa Romeo. Fun V6 car. Go brrr. Absolutely loving driving this thing. There we go, and we get more power. More power, baby! There we go. Improve our ranking points. Alright, let's get an RS race going. We should have something available for us. That's not an off-road race. It's like a Sakai. There's us in Shanxia? Shanxia? Yeah. Robin Hood. Yeah. Or, Rescue Rangers. Gadget. All as I'm saying. Oh boy, it was sitting a 3 wide in turn 1. That ain't gonna work, chat. There we go, they backed out, they were smarter. Oh, they got the power though. They got lots of power. That Mercedes has all kinds of torque. Really able to push through. Really able to gain lots of altitude very quickly. But we cannot maneuver it in the twistier sections. Plus, apparently, I've heard they pay a lot for art, so they got that going for them. There are definitely worse online communities and fandoms and stuff. Oh, okay. Keep it under control. Keep it under control. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on. I gotta get back up there with the Mercedes. The SL 600. Not SL, S600. The absolute chungus wagon. But it's got crazy amounts of power. So we do need to be a little bit careful. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, like with any community, it's the loudest ones that are the weirdest. Most people are just like, you know, I just want to vibe. I just want to grow. But you only really see, like, you know, either like the worst of the worst or the best of the best within a community. More often than not, the worst of the worst. This is a lot easier to be bad than to be good. Whoa, Twitch. Very twitchy. Because a lot of them came out with some suspect. Ah. The Gururakechi fans. Like, yeah, he may be a horrific mass murderer, but like, he be so troubled and hot though, right? Oh, Rainforest. I don't know, I still think Dash kinda was worse. Someone peed in the already pretty pathetic ball pit. Plus it's Tumblr, like you can't expect them to organize anything good. Yeah, I imagine it's an expensive hobby. Though I can't say much with regards to pricing of hobbies. I'm in a PC gaming, firearms, and automotive stuff, so it gets expensive. Walking sites being organized. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, 4chan has done some crazy amounts of organization stuff. Tumblr, considerably less so. The both of them are absolutely horrible to be a part of. Yeah, like when they the Nürburgring created their mascot for the foxhole, being an anthropomorphic fox. They really kind of activated some almonds in the furry community. That's all I'm gonna say. It took less than 24 hours before someone drew spicy fan art of that mascot. The poor Nürburgring. See, if it had been bombed during World War II, it wouldn't have had to suffer that fate. And I wouldn't have to suffer having to learn how to drive it. Yeah, Rainforest was an interesting one. A character have sauce made out. Oh gosh. They're not the sauce made from them. Not the bunny boy bathwater. How the fuck did I say that? I guess that's more of like a broth than a sauce. What would a sauce be? Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to go down that route. Ignore that. Ignore that. That never happened. That conversation never happened. I'm gonna Men in Black flashy thing you. So that way you will not remember that. You know, we can't ignore it, Isaac. Shoot! Fair. We don't talk about the pizza that one convention. I don't want to know the context of that. Like when the FNAF community was big, it was alright, but people never. Yeah, I've been to a few conventions where people have been stinky. There's been a few that have decided showers are optional. Nope, sorry. The showers are very much required here. Take one. Axe body spray does not count. That is a supplement, not a replacement. If I was still cosplaying or just as Teddy. Bear form or human form? Which version would you go? Which way, Western man? Bear form or human form, Teddy? Which way? Which version? Or maybe Shadow Teddy. True. The basic one. Basic one. Which one's the basic one? Is that the bear or that the human? Because bear, I imagine, would be a little bit harder. Human, you just need clothes and like a wig or something. Or like a lot of hair dye. Oh, okay, the bear one. Gotcha. There's a few Isaac versions. Gotcha. You do that and I cosplay as a TV? I should cosplay as Agent 47. I think I already have the suit. I could probably pull that off. V6 Honda Civic. Now we're in like a 92 Alfa Romeo. Beautiful boxy, a beautiful boxy beast. The beautiful boxy car, otherwise known as the BBC. And you don't need a license to see it. Yeah. I'm flying about a 94 Honda Civic with a muffler delete. Ah. RIP. Honda Civic's at 3 AM. Ah! Gotta love the loud cars early in the morning. Alright, one more race to the Alfa Romeo, then we get to switch it up. Ooh. You know what? Hill climb? Against the Nissan Premier. I mean, V6 versus V6. But it would have been cool to go up against a different Alfa Romeo. Would have been cool to go up against a different Alfa Romeo. Yeah. Close to where I live, it's a lot of the VQ engine cars with the muffler deletes. So things like your 350Zs, your G35s, your G37s, your 370Zs, those types of vehicles. There's a lot of them that are just loud. There's a couple that have been tastefully modified that I see sometimes at car shows that I'm like, you know, okay, I respect that one. That one's pretty nice. Oh my gosh, the vast majority of the VQ engine cars in this area are like trash to hell and sound like shit. Alright, around the hairpins, keep it steady. I'm not... Yeah. they're either stolen or at takeovers, or stolen and taking the takeovers. Oh gosh. Tastefully modified, not my VQ community. They're a rarity, but they do exist. They do exist. You know, kind of the more subtle body kits. You know, the higher quality engine upgrades and everything. You know, well maintained. More than just muffler deletes. I don't feel like cat girls from the Jameshi Safari. Maybe, but she may have furry communities that like her. Yeah, not a silly boost, but at least like, you know, good exhaust intake, you know, modifications, that type of stuff. Yeah, an Alfa Aero body kit could be good, as long as it's like maintained or something. But like, when they're just trash to hell, like, then it's a little bit unfortunate. I think. Like, there's one guy that frequently goes to car shows that also autocrosses his Z quite a bit, and that one's got like the very slight like Nismo body kit on it, as well as some upgraded coilovers and the larger brake kits, and it's not bad. Like, it sounds pretty good. It looks good. You know, it's like very well maintained, and he does a lot with it, which is pretty cool. Like, it's one of the few cars I see that gets both tracked and showed. and like actually like is in really good condition too. He kind of babies that car a little bit, but he still is able to put it through its paces too. There we go, across the line. All right, upgrade time. There we go, there we go. All right, new car now. Let's see what we can get. All right. So now a real sports car. All right, we got 5 options. If it's a 1, we get the V12 Vanquish. If it's a 5, we get the Lotus Elan. Pretty much almost all European cars except for the RX-7. So let's go. Excuse me. Let's go pull up the random number generator. Let's go pull up the random number generator. Vanquish? Maybe. What is this for the capture? There we go. Alright. Ooh. Alright. Ooh, okay. That is a 2. That is a 2. So that is the Lotus Europa. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. And in the black as well to kind of have that kind of, that's kind of white though too. I don't like it in black because it almost reminds me a little bit of what was it? The John Player Special Lotus F1 cars. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. 24s on 9 motors. Gosh, no. Gosh, dub wheels do not belong on a sports car. Yeah, it's a beautiful machine. But yeah, probably a vehicle that would be very tough to own, to drive, and everything. Especially if you're really tall. Ooh, okay, we got some spicy races here. Nah, big giant ass rims don't belong on sports cars. That ain't how Mafia works. Supercar meeting. I ain't too sure some of these are supercars per se. Let's go with the English sports car meeting. Ooh. Yo, YOLO, I'm doing it. Save your giant rims for your luxury sedans or your SUVs. I like the functional rims. But yeah, no, like some of these vehicles would be very, very tough to fit in if you're above like your average height. Even if you're average height, like it'd be a tough squeeze with some of them. Driver friends when I see Europe. Ah, gorgeous car though. Oh, it sounds good too. All right, keep it steady. Gotta watch out though. It is an old mid-engine sports car, so it's not exactly the most wieldy in terms of handling. Though its lightweight nature and fairly low power do make it fairly well behaved through the corners. And it sounds so good. I'm loving it. Although the Vanquish out high. You're gonna just run me over? Yeah, I'm 5'8", so I'm tall enough to reach a top shelf, but still short enough to get to drive the fun cars. Yeah, I mean, you gotta put the engine in somewhere. Oh, keep it under control. Gotta have opposite steering when under braking into a corner, because it just wants to go as first into it. Shit. Yep, like that. The Brazilian butt lift loaders. I mean, it do like the torque. As you can see here, the rear do like the swing around. Oh, it looks so lovely though. I absolutely love the older Lotus cars. When I was at Watkins Glen for the 6 hours of the Glen, I got to see an older 80s Lotus Esprit just in the parking lot. Oh, it was so good. It was in the this kind of bright blue color and looked so nice. Like it just looked right. The cream interior, the bright blue exterior. I mean, it's very happy. If you look at the front of it, it is very happy with its BBL. Thank you very much. It is a very happy looking torqueable car. Come on, through the corners. Alright, let's minimize wheel spin here. There we go. All good, all good. Yeah, the rear do like to kind of step out a little bit. Gotta be a little bit careful there about that. We're good. We are very good. Oh yeah, there's a little peppy inline 4-cylinder. Oh boy. Not the best way I wanted to take that corner. And it definitely shows because the TVR has caught us back up. Let's go to a bit defensive. Yeah, thankfully we don't gotta worry about repair bills in Enthusia. No need for vehicle maintenance. All good here. Alright, the Aston's across the line. Can we hold off the TVR? I don't think I'd want to do that to a classic such as this. There's not that many Europas around. I'd want to keep it kind of, you know, as close to original as possible. There we go. Alright, not the best race for us. A little bit, yeah, we didn't get any points there. No upgrades. Oh, that did not go the way I wanted it to. But that's okay. That's alright. We were at least making progress. Alright, let's get to the next race. Maybe, but like, I don't know, I'd still want... I'd still want to be closer to like original. Like why buy a car if you're gonna turn into a completely different car? At that point you may as well get something like, especially something that is somewhat pricey as the Europa, plus all the modifications needed to like do what you want to do to it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, the Europa has a bit of a cult following in Japan, being a fairly lightweight, mid-engine sports car and everything. Doesn't get too much tax because it's got a fairly low displacement engine too. So you're able to have sports car performance for fairly inexpensive, at least compared to other like larger sports cars and everything. I love the mirror for the fact that the V6. Yeah, big grip. But hey, I mean, it's keeping that Lotus charm, right? I don't know, I'd be scared to daily a classic car. Like, if I get a classic car, it'd be something like a fun hobby car for like weekends and stuff. And like special road trips. Like, I wouldn't want to subject it to like certain Maryland roads or highway driving. If like, you know, especially with the way certain people drive. You gotta think, some Maryland drivers are pretty terrible. Especially if you're in an Ultima. Hey, yo! Can you not squeeze me down to the inside? Yeah, I live in a much more urban environment, so I'd be more so for like weekends and like special trips. Come on. Let's see if I can get back up there with the Evo. I doubt it. They got pretty much double, about 2.5 times my horsepower, really. Yeah. So that'd be fun to drive the, you know, the little lightweight Lotuses on. Come on, let's get around through the corners. No mistakes. Maybe, but like it's still different. You're going fuel injection, you're going, you know, a lot more power. Very, very different sound, all the electronics. This is just pure mechanical. Someone broke down the back. Oh gosh, no. I don't want to know about it. Big slide there. Yeah, I think there's like a rally, like the American Rally Association has like a rally Appalachia as well that races through like the mountain areas of like the Appalachians. So you guys got that as well, depending on how close that is to you. Get some really cool stuff there. I mean, a solid second place, I would gladly take that. Oh, brakes. Brakes aren't that great. Brakes are pretty terrible here. Maybe. Like I said, you and I will probably use ours very, very differently. Ooh boy. Very spicy through the corners. Very spicy through the corners. Oh, cool. Like legalize like toge drifting, almost. So they kind of close down the road for like drift meets and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Especially if they're like low usage roads anyway. Like may as well have some fun with them. Encourage a form of kind of like grassroots motorsports and car culture. Oh boy, a little bit on the seat here. Easy. Yeah, I guess if you like getting one that's kind of in rough condition, then yeah, go crazy with modifying it, but Yeah, a higher quality one will warrant, you know, a regular restoration or keeping it as close to original as possible. So it's a lot less, sanctioned, shall we say. I see, I see. Alright, come on. Found a couple corners to the cat's tail. There we go. Keep it steady, keep it smooth, watch the understeer, watch the oversteer. Car wants to do both at times because it is an older mid-engine car. Don't exactly have that modern suspension system or tires. Oh boy, it likes to slide. Get me across the line, second place, I will take that. There we go. Alright, what's next? Give me the upgrades. Oh, yes. Tires and weight reduction. I can't imagine insurance covers driving into someone's pool. I think that would... Oh, that poor person's pool. Big rip there. Biggest of rips. Rippists of bigs. Lightweight two-seater meeting. I can handle that. That'll be a fun one. Race on Victoria Road. Yeah, it kind of does. Granted, front engine instead of mid-engine. But yeah, it kind of has that kind of higher raised rear, the kind of cut off rear windscreen area. Yeah, it kind of does. I nearly bought it though, so in college. I'm kind of regretting not doing that. I just didn't and still don't currently have a space to store a vehicle like that. Because if I get something like that, a collector's item, I'm gonna be, you know, taking good care of it. I mean, you would need a significant amount of monetary and engineering investment and everything for that. But yes, you theoretically could do that. Well, it's just the newer generation. The older CRX is built off of I forget what generation Civic, but the older kind of boxy Civic. The Super Civic, basically, of like the late 80s, early 90s. And the Del Sol was a CRX that was based off of the EG Civic platform. Or used a lot of the same components from that. So it was basically just the next generation of CRX. Because the engine got some upgrades. They had, you know, new suspension with the new chassis, all that stuff. Though it was a lot heavier because it did have the target top. It did have, you know, the more features and everything. So it wasn't quite as nippy and all that stuff compared to the earlier CRX. Oh yeah. Yes, that actually did appear in Better Call Saul. It appeared in, I think it was Bagman? Yeah, Bagman. The episode where the twins get the money to bail Lalo out of prison. Or something like that. But anyway, we got ourselves a little bit of a fight going on here. The ASL Garaya A Japanese supercar, or Japanese sports car that never was, but could have been the spiritual successor to the ZZ1. Itself very similar to the Lotus Europa, lightweight, mid-engine, 4-cylinder. Man, that's expensive. That is very pricey. But imagine that was probably like a one-off or something like that. Or like a special body version, like a Zagado or a Tau Design or something like that created a special coach-built version. Whoop, okay, easy. Hi there, get your big booty out of the way. Alright, come on. Let's try to get back up and back up ahead of the Garaya. The Garaya does have quite a bit of speed, but they're underdriving the car. There we go. Alright, back up into the lead. They get a better run out of that corner. We're gonna take an offensive line to the next one. Yeah. What's funny is because Better Call Saul takes place in like the mid-2000s before the 2010s, if memory serves me correctly. The car is a bit anachronistic because the car was based off of a vehicle that, you know, wasn't really out yet, wasn't technically created IRL. Because it was the Barado Banshee IRL version was created in 2013 or something like that, 2012, 2013. So, they got it in, but they, a little bit anachronistic compared to all the other vehicles that they try to get as period correct as possible for Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad and all that stuff. Though it is kind of funny seeing it. I mean, to be fair, winning, you know, getting a free, you know, 30K, like that's still pretty nice. Especially if you don't necessarily have the space to properly store, maintain, and own, you know, a literal Dodge Viper, or have the money to insure that. Like you may as well take the cash then, and let someone who can maintain it, you know, maintain it instead of letting it rot. Better for vehicle preservation anyway. Oh yeah, like 30 grand for a custom Viper, that is a steal. Especially one with the video game, you know, pop culture appeal as well. Like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Though I do not have the space to own a Viper. I have the income probably to properly insure the Viper, but like I'd want to store that out of the elements. I don't want the paint fading. I don't want rust. I don't want any of that. Ooh, Rev City Roulette. Yeah, no. Okay. Real splits car mech. What are we up against? A Miata. I mean, it's at least being taken care of. It's got that going for it. Yeah, the first gens were really bare bones. It wasn't until I think the second and third generation where they started getting more and more creature comforts and everything. But the first was basically designed to be, you know, a bare bones super Spartan, you know, supercar. Welcome, Jibby. Yeah, Nürburgring. The Nürburgring. Hi. There we go, up into the lead. Let's make sure we keep it. The early stage of this would be good. A lot of mid-speed corners to really get everything through. Yeah, it pretty much was a modern Cobra. Lightweight two-door roadster with a massive engine put into it. Yeah, no, I'm not the biggest fan of the Nordschleife. I like the Nürburgring GP circuit, but the Nordschleife in road-going cars is still kind of fun to drive. Racing cars, anything faster than a GT4, I don't think it's a pleasant experience. No, GB, yeah, I guess it does sound the same, JB, GB. Interesting if it does come back. But I put that up the rumor and speculation for now. Especially with Dodge and Stellantis really focusing hard on the electrification side of things. Creating a bespoke V12 supercar may not necessarily be in the budget for them. But then again, it is Stellantis, so anything is possible. Anything is possible. I doubt that. The Plymouth brand has been gone for a long time. And anything that Paracuda could occupy, you already have the Challenger nameplate that has more modern relevance. I don't know, that seems like a lot of, like, wishful thinking, potentially. Yeah, Enthusia is a pretty good game, though the driving physics are probably one of the best for a PlayStation 2 racing game. Like, the vehicles feel really lively. The track design, everything is great. I will say though, the career mode is a little bit interesting. It takes a little bit to get used to and how things work and everything like that. But it is an enjoyable experience, getting to drive all kinds of different vehicles on all kinds of different tracks. I will say there is a lot less tracks than in Gran Turismo 4. So you do get a lot of repeats in the career mode. But it does allow you to kind of master those tracks a lot more. Yeah, maybe. Although, I imagine it's gotta be difficult making it meet modern emission standards, though. Modern emissions and like fuel economy standards and everything. That's gotta make it a little bit tricky, right? But here's what 'tis. I will believe it when I see it. It's like all of the, oh my gosh, new Shelby Cobra coming back. The articles that were like dominating everywhere in like the 2010s and early 2020s, and then just kind of faded into nothingness. Like, yeah, it might happen. I'm not gonna fully rule it out, but a lot of times it's wishful thinking. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the Nords. Like, again, in road-going cars, it's pretty fun. Because the cars are slow enough, and they're designed kind of, for, actual road-going. And because this isn't a racetrack, this is literally a toll road that they were like, you know what, let's have endurance races on it as well, for some reason. And so it works better for like the road going and closer you know, the race cars that are also close to two-road going cars like TCRs and GT4s and all that stuff. Because again, they're not nearly as stiffly sprung. Not to worry about the aero changes when going over the bumps and everything like that. They're going at a more controlled speed and everything. Like this actually feels enjoyable in the older Lotus, but things like a GT3 car around here is just pain. I mean, there are plenty of events IRL that race on the circuits. You have the VLN, you got the 24 Hours in Nürburgring, you got like all of that stuff. But like, oftentimes outside of that, it's used as a toll road, a one-directional toll road where people kind of more so just, you know, drive their regular cars on or take, you know, semi-track days and stuff. And oftentimes wreck the vehicles as well by pushing too hard without actually knowing what they're doing. Like, it's technically officially a racetrack, but it is, like, compared to actual, like, you know, racetracks, it's lacking in a lot of things. Runoff, safety features, medical car access. No, WC is not being held at Nürburgring. The 24 Hours in Nürburgring is the fastest cars that race here are GT3 class cars, which are the slowest cars that race at the 24 Hours at Le Mans. You're not going to see any prototypes racing here. They used to, back in the 80s Group C era, they used to race prototypes around here. And yeah, the Porsche 962 had the lap record for the longest time until Porsche decided to do a one-off private testing day with their 919 Evo and completely shattered the record. It'd be interesting to see the Celica come back. Or the MR2. Toyota has been focusing more on the sporty nature of their vehicles and the GR, you know, brand and everything like that, so that's feasible. Yeah, the 919 is basically the hybrid, you know, completely unrestricted, upgraded LMP1 car. Like, they basically took an LMP1 car and made it even quicker. And then used that to just demolish the record on the Nürburgring. Which on one hand, yeah, it's cool that they could do that. On the other hand, it's a little bit unfortunate because, like, it does kind of discount, like, the skill required to set the older record from the Group B, the Group C cars. Like, that kind of gets overshadowed now and lost to history back when they actually did race prototypes on the track. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Speaking of 919, that was literally our time around here. Funny that, actually. Funny that. I was not intentionally trying to do that, but you know what? I will take that funny coincidence. I'm trying to remember, like, it got close. Like, with the closed wheel design and everything like that, it was able to reach higher speeds, so it wouldn't surprise me at a high-speed track like Spa. The 919 Evo was able to beat the Merc lap record. Alright, Pacific Challenge. Gotta be more Pacific. Gotta be a little bit Atlantic. Alright, let's do this. Let's get these upgrades. Upgrades, people, upgrades. Alright, this California street course should be pretty easy. Although we do got some spicy vehicles. Got the A-Barth behind us. We do got a fairly powerful VW Touareg SUV. But we do have the agility and wherewithal about us to oh boy, keep it easy. Alright, take care, JB. Take care, JB. Hope you both have a great night. Hope you both feel better as well. Especially with that hand. Hopefully that definitely feels better. Easy through here. There we go. A little bit of a sliding out of the rear. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Keep it under control. Best as we can anyway. The rear does like the just step out just a wee bit. Just a little steppy step. Little steppy weppy. Alright, there we go. Back to the left. And to the right now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Get funky now. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Big slide to the left. There we go. Some air time. More air time. There we go. Brake at the start of the Snapple and banner. There we go. Good stuff. The agility of this vehicle is just top notch. I'm loving this. Ooh, 211. I will take that. Oh boy, we got a Nissan Z behind us. Let's try to carry as much as we can through the twisties. We are lighter than the Z, but they do have more modern suspension systems, more modern tires, much more power. So we will have to see what we can do with the Z. Oh boy. There we go. Easy. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Although the Z is catching us. Oh, a little bit of a tap there. Don't you dive? Oh, you sent an absolute dive there. You melon. Absolute melon. The biggest of melons. Yeah, you take that defensive line. There we go. Take the inside. Take the defensive line now. Alright. Ooh, they are very close. I'm not sure we can hold them off for a full lap. Especially if we do that. That is gonna hurt us. Especially if we do that. Okay, that killed a little bit of our speed. That killed a little bit of our momentum. Oh boy, not good. Not good. Not good. Definitely not good. I took a little bit too much speed. A little too much speed through the corners. Yeah, that's gonna cost us. That's gonna cost us good. not too much further. We can at least get a solid second place. Get some good points out of that. Maybe a few more upgrades. Geez, some of these vehicles, though, are really quick. It shows how, even with the good power to weight ratio, these older machines do struggle to keep pace. There we go. There we go. Oh, it struggles. It struggles on the uphill. This little inline four does not have the power. Alright, never mind. We're going this way then. Do a little bit of a donut, a little bit of skids for the kids. It is doing the mid-engine vehicle thing of, alright, I'm starting to oversteer, I'm going to continue to oversteer, doesn't matter what you're doing. There we go. Good enough, I'll take second. I'll take second. Oh, that was a terrible lap there. That final lap. We at least beat all the other cars though, so I'll deal with that. Alright, hopefully this is enough for some upgrades. Yes, it is, just barely. There we go, some grippy boys. Alright, this is... Alright, level 6, so only 4 more levels to go. We got this, chat. We got this. Ooh. English car limited race. Yeah, this would be fun. A lot of Lotuses, some Jaguars. All that kind of fun stuff. Maybe some older, like, okay, just mainly Lotuses and Jaguars. That's fine. That is definitely fine. There we go. The mid-engine grip on the acceleration helping out a lot there. That is good. Brake just after the gantry. There we go. Avoid the dive bomb from the Jaguar. That chunky sedan will slip the rest of the field for us. I will gladly take that. I will gladly take that. Let's keep moving through. There we go. There we go. Brake after the marker there. We be in the Big Bong area, the London. There we go. First lap done. 7 to go. A lot of laps, a lot of turns. We got this though, chat. We're pulling a gap. Let's make sure we keep that gap going. Okay, we can probably brake a little bit. Oh, that counted as a tap. Fine, that counted as a wall touch. The ever so barely slight scraping of the wall there. Oh. Okay, that one's a little bit more of a bonk. I will take that bonk. I'll take that one as a bonk. The first one I do not accept. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, yes. There we go. Good stuff. Come on, keep the pressure going. Yep. Alright. It's smooth. Nice. Alright, we're doing good. We're doing very, very good. Through the corners. Let's keep the car off of the wall. Get the distance. That Jaguar, the XJR, I think it is. That one is starting to gain on us a little bit. So we do need to be a little bit careful. We do need to be a little bit careful how we take these corners. Because they are... Alright, so that's 8 seconds there. Let's see how much they gain on the next sector. They got basically 5 laps to gain 8 seconds, so they gotta gain over a second a lap on us. Alright. Okay, still 8 seconds. So that sector we're good. This sector we're gonna lose a lot of time probably because we broke a little bit too late. So yeah, break at the arches. We're breaking at the arches. Yeah, okay, they gained pretty much a full second on us there. That's not great, but we can make this work. If I can stop tapping the wall. Alright, so previously it was what, 7.8? So let's see how close they are this time around. 9 seconds, okay. We're extending the gap. We just gotta avoid messing up the straight and the hairpin. Brake pretty much here. That is so annoying. You get really close and it's like, nah, that still counts as a wall tap. Oh well. We'll still get first place. And there is a chance that we may get fastest lap as well, which will give us some extra points. We will have to see about that. There we go. There we go. Nice and smooth. Alright, we are going to be coming up on lap traffic in the final 2 laps, basically. Wonder what car that's going to be. There we go. Avoid the inside wall. Yeah, we are pulling a gap on the Jaguar now. That's good. Alright. Only a couple corners separating us between us and the back marker. There we go. Not much further, not much further. Alright, 2 to go. Come on, I want to push. I want to really catch them. I want to lap someone on this track. It's a fairly short lap. So I want to make sure we absolutely dominate the competition. And we're doing pretty good at that as well. Like the Jaguar behind us is falling off pace there. So we can really, you know, focus on lap after lap, getting quicker and quicker times. I say that, they did do a little bit of a surge there. And there's the last place Jaguar, the E-Type. Oh, bro, why are you going so slow? Stabbing you on the inside. Blue flags. one more lap. A little bit of a twitch on the braking there, but we're good. We are very good. Nice. There we go. There we go. Not much further, I think. There we go. There is the line. Nice. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff there. And we beat the X-Chair. All that supercharged power doesn't do a thing. Simplify, then add lightness. And also give it a lot of upgrades. There we go, more power. 3 upgrades to go. Alright, what's next? What's the next race? What's the next race? A rear-wheel drive championship. Maybe. What other things we got? Auto Mountain Challenge. And the supercar meeting. Let's do the supercar meeting. Whole bunch of mid and rear engine sports cars. That'll be a fun one. We do also have the BMW 2002 Turbo in this too, so we do have a front engine vehicle, but that's going to be absolutely demolished, I think. There we go, out into the lead. And there goes the roof CTR. Alright, we got a Lancia Stratos behind us. Inline 4 versus Ferrari derived V6. This will make things real interesting. We got this here. There we go, keep pace with the roof. That high performance. Beautiful Porsche. That's not a Porsche, but totally is a Porsche. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. Alright, we're pulling a gap on the Stratos. First lap done. Yeah, the CTR is pulling way ahead. But we still got the grip, we still got the acceleration, the maneuverability to help us here. Oh, and this is a beautiful track to race historic sports cars on as well. Lots of nice flowing corners. Beautiful kind of rustic scenery. Just perfect for these types of machines. There we go, there we go. Alright, not too much further. Brake just after the 60. Big push, big push, big push, big push. We're kind of in a little bit of a bubble here. We're faster than the straight toes, but significantly slower than the CTR. But we are enjoying the scenery. We're enjoying the way this vehicle sounds and drives. It's a little screaming inline 4 engine. Absolutely pushing it to the limits. All the gorgeous fall colors. Okay, let's not bonk the wall there. Let's not bonk. Let's make sure we avoid bonking. There we go. There we go. Nice and smooth. Nice and calm. Alright, one more lap coming up. Come on, let's make this work. Let's make this count. This thing, for such a fairly underpowered car, it's got some really good acceleration. It's got some good pep in its step. Like I'm enjoying driving it. I'm enjoying the maneuverability, the speed, all of it. It just feels so good to drive. Keep it under control. Let's avoid touching the inside wall. Let's try to make sure we get as much upgrade points as possible. But we got this. We got this, chat. Okay, back to the left, back to the left. Come on, come on, come on. Can't wait, six of the entire bed. Yep, that's how kitties be. They're like, this is mine now. The humans get the corner. My cat is sitting next to me on the floor. She's now looking up at me. She heard the name cat. And she's like, what are you talking about me for? I'm saying you're a silly bean. Yeah. Yeah, she's a silly girl. A cute little bean. The best bean. There we go, upgrade time. Come on, let this be 2 upgrades. Nope, just 1. Okay, that is fine. The car is extra light now. Very agile, very fragile as well probably. But I'll take it. Alright, let's go back to low end searing. Oh, we got some spicy competition here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. We got this, though. Alright. Yeah, you can see they got some good acceleration. The Audi's gotten past us. Some of the Japanese performance cars are coming next. 3 wide into the bank, turn 1. Oh boy. Alright, we're good, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. A little bit spicy on the opening lap, but that's okay. We can make this work. Back to the right. There we go. There we go. Oh, someone is adding me on Discord. That'll have to wait. That'll have to wait. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, that NSX is actually keeping good pace with us. They got a lot of power compared to us, but we are a lot lighter. Let's see which mid-engine machine can take it home. I don't think the Subaru is up with the NSX, so it basically it is a two-car fight for first. Yeah, the NSX 1 second back, and it's gonna gain on us quite a bit on the first the main straight. But we can't outmaneuver them on the twisty sections. We are a lot lighter, and we got a lot of upgrades as well, so this will help us. Oh, the understeer is real. That's gonna hurt us. There we go. Smooth. Although we're gonna reach a top speed very quickly. We only got 5 gears, so we'll bounce off the rev limit around like 230, 235. Yeah, 235. But that's alright. The AI don't know how to take banked corners, so they back off. They back off massively. Yeah, so this gives us a little bit of leeway, a little bit more room. Here we go. Back to 2.5 seconds. I got a little bit of time to make up now. Back to the right on the kitty ears. Back to the left. Here we go, onto the chest of the kitty. Alright, now on the front leg. There we go. Onto the paw. The little kitty paw. There we go. Alright, onto the belly. Onto the belly of the kitty tummy. It's a trap. You cannot pet the trap, but the trap is so cute you gotta pet it anyway. Oh, NSX is close. NSX is very close. Come on, we got this. We got this. It's smooth. Onto the tail now. The tail corner complex. Can we do this, chat? I think we got this, chat. Maybe. Maybe, chat. Maybe not. Okay. Good and smooth. Nice. Okay, we might actually be able to win this. We might win this, chat. Come on. And across the line. Very nice. Okay, there we go. There we go, that's enough for 2 level ups, I think. There we go, good stuff. Very good stuff. Get those ranking points. Alright, now for a compact car, there's only 2 left. I think I might choose it as well, instead of leaving up to random chance. There's literally only 2 left. So, yeah, let's go with the Fiat 500. Absolute crap wagon. But it's gonna be our crap wagon. In the Luigi yellow as well. Oh, this thing's gonna be a piece of crap. But it's gonna be a piece of crap. That being said, I'm gonna be probably ending the stream now. It is getting a little bit late. I know I'm ending it just a little bit early. I'm feeling just a little bit under the weather. You probably heard a little bit. So I'm gonna get a little bit of rest. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know what I'm doing poorly so I can fix that in the future. With that being said, I've been Isaac Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, what time of day is for you, may it be a great time, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody, bye bye!